This is Matt from MGMT Boston. On this episode of The Lantern, we are with the Executive Director of the New England Venture Capital Association, Ari Glantz. Thank you so much for joining us. First and foremost, what are you building at the NEVCA?
The NEVCA is a trade association representing the venture industry in the New England region. We have about 85 member firms, all institutional venture capital management companies, representing about 700 investment professionals, 350 billion plus under management in industries ranging from life science to B2B SaaS to energy and materials and everything that Massachusetts does so well.
Absolutely. Now, a lot going on in your organization, no doubt. What are some of the things you're thinking about as we think about this half of the year entering into the rest of 2025? And you may have seen this on the internet, but Ari is actually wrapping up a 10-year run at NEVCA at the end of the year. So thank you for all you've done for the community. Tell us what's going on inside the organization.
Yeah, 10 years is a long time and it's been a pleasure. The NEVC has 4 pillars: venture community, public policy, regional brand, and workforce development. And over the 10 years that I've been there, we've focused on different ones of these pillars more or less as time goes on. These days, we have a heavy focus on venture community and public policy, and the back half of 2025 is really all about community. We've got our annual rooftop party coming up, which will bring together 150 plus investors at a TBA rooftop around Boston.
Perfect.
We have our 13th annual NEVI Awards. This year it's NEVI's the 13th, a slasher extravaganza.
Ooh.
Building startups is scary, but it's easier with friends.
And I know nominations are open for those startups to be nominated at the end of the year, so we'll make sure we link that. What are some of the things you've learned from building this organization, over 10 years, which is an awesome run, seeing the peaks and the pits of the market? What would you pass back to other members of the community about what it's like to build this organization?
That's a great question, and lessons abound. 10 years is a long time. I would say building community is as hard as it is important, especially in an ecosystem like Massachusetts, where our strength is our diversity, specifically when it comes to industry. Different parts of the NEVCA membership have different needs and different desires, and it's critical when you're building a large constituency that you prioritize both efforts that impact the entire organization as well as the different specific cohorts.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, how can we help you and your organization grow, and even how can we propel you into 2026?
Well, I think from a macro perspective, our mission is and always has been to promote a prosperous, collaborative, inclusive innovation ecosystem. So if you're an entrepreneur, start here and stay here. Help the ecosystem grow by building your company in Massachusetts. There are a ton of resources that you may or may not know about. We have an incredible new Secretary of Economic Development, Eric Paley, who's coming from the venture space.
Yeah.
So much more to come on that Massachusetts first vision. For the NEVCA in particular, in the rest of this year, nominate yourself and your peers and great companies around the ecosystem for consideration for a NEVI Award. We've moved to a community submission model this year, and that's a huge opportunity, whether you're an entrepreneur, someone who works at a startup company, or a service provider. Anyone is welcome to nominate. It's an easy form, and I think we'll link it below.
Love it. This is Ari from NEVCA. Thank you so much for your service over the past decade. Matt from MGMT Boston, this episode of The Lantern. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.